1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. 1 Corinthians 13, 13. So now, faith, hope, and love abide. These three. But the greatest is love. I want to speak to us this morning on what I have titled, this thing called love. This thing called love. Now, I think the greatest stories that we read about, or the greatest movie we watch, are movies that have to do with love. The greatest stories we've read about are stories that have to do with love. I'm sure some of you know Beauty and the Beast. I'm very sure that you must have looked at several African magic movies where they had spoken so much, there's so much love story here and there. The moment you see some faces on the screen, you know where they are going. It's like a love story is going to be coming up when you see them on the screen. We've read about it so much, we've heard about it so much, we've spoken about it so much, we've thought about it so much, we have actually dreamed about it so much. If I take a girl out now and tell her and ask her, just give us your experience, I know what she will talk about. On the day I'm going to get married, all my friends must be there. There must be this tall man with biceps, 6-pack, 7-pack, 8-pack, 10-pack, having all the biceps and the muscle. Unfortunately, those who want the packs don't get the pack. They get people like me and my sister who say, look at this, my small body. Praise God. Praise God. We've read so much about it, and I came to a conclusion that the most used, the most misused, the most abused, and the most overused word in the dictionary is probably the word love. We talk about it practically every day. People have died for love. Some have lived because of love. People have been hated people have suffered hatred. Some people have been helped, all because of love. Do you know what? People have killed. I've seen young men who abandoned their mother of 25 years relationship because they met a girl 2 weeks ago. This thing called love, is it worth it? I've seen people trouble themselves. They spend so much money just because they want to marry somebody. And after they get married, then they say, I don't want to do it again. So I did, but I won't do anymore. This thing called love, is it real? This thing called love, is it worth the trouble? Is it worth the pain that we go through? I can imagine a young man here who just falls in love, as it were, with a young lady, and then he begins to do all the gymnastics. Just like that young man, Amnon. He went to tell his friend. Do you know that the man was so in love that he fell sick? People fall sick for love. Haven't you heard people say, I am love sick? Can you imagine? This thing called love. If love was that good, I thought it would make you love healthy, not love sick. If this thing called love is so good, I thought you should be rising in love, not falling in love. I just thought. Word of advice, don't fall in love. You rise in love. Don't fall in love, rise in love. This thing called love, is it really good? Is it real? People have used this, they've told a lot of things about it. Years and years and years have gone. Stories and languages have changed. But you know what? Love has not changed. Men still look for it. People get married for it, and then they get divorced because they have found somebody else, and they say they love the person. Some claim you can only love one person. Some claim that no problem, you can love several. So this thing called love, what do I do about it? Some have vowed, I will never, ever trust any man or any woman again. But you know what? Give them 1 year, and then the passion is rising all over again. This thing called love, is it worth it? We have several stories of divorce on the street. People are breaking apart. And yet, there are some people whose only prayer point in church is, oh God, give me a husband or I die. This thing called love. Your mother suffered for love, and yet you are still praying. Even your mother who suffered for love is praying along with you. This thing called love.